Hi, my name is Stephen Dar, and I'd like to talk for a couple minutes about how to get the best results from your website. How to turn your website into the best ambassador and online salesman for your business that it could be, so it speaks as persuasively and effectively and authentically and clearly as possible to your visitors so that they know when they arrive that they found the right person, the right business, the right product, service, solution for what they're looking for, and that they take action on your site instead of bouncing or leaving, that they engage with you further and take that step closer to becoming a customer or a client or a fan or a subscriber. Now, to just talk for a minute about who I am and why I'm qualified to speak on this, I am the author of a book called Profit Hacking. This book came out in December of 2014, and for the vast majority of the time it's been out, it's been on the top 20 best-selling books for marketing, web marketing, and e-commerce on the Amazon Kindle rankings. And I've been completely blown away and honored and humbled to be on that list consistently with some of my marketing and entrepreneurship heroes, people that I've been learning from for years. And before I was an author, I worked at a marketing agency. I was an employee, and I drove a couple $1 million worth of online media and traffic to the websites of the clients of this company, which were businesses up to the Fortune 500 level. And then I switched over and was the lead on their conversion optimization efforts. So I was working on A/B testing and all the other elements of conversion optimization, learning how can we make their website more effective, get better results at turning visitors into leads, sales, and customers. And I left that job about 2 years ago, and since then I've been working with small to medium sized businesses. They've hired me or my team and paid up to $10,000 a month for full level service of conversion optimization to do what I was doing for the Fortune 500s, but for them. And we've gotten some really impressive results. Every client has gotten strong ROI on their investment, and it continues to get better over time, because when you win some A/B tests or you improve a website for conversion, if it used to be operating here, so maybe 3% of visitors were becoming customers, but now 4% or 5% are, then that's an asset that keeps on paying more dividends over time. As every day more traffic comes and they convert at a higher rate, you're continuously making more money, you're continuously being more effective. You've raised the standard, you've raised the bar and the baseline of how a key part of your business operates and performs for you. So by now you've probably heard of A/B testing and conversion optimization. It's not a new thing, and there's a good chance that even though you've heard about it and you've heard about some of the really impressive results that people have gotten and the ways that they've grown their business through it, that it's not an active part, a current part of your growth strategy for your business. And you may have heard about businesses that increase their free trial signups by 47% with a single test, or that there's an e-commerce company that decreased their cart abandonment by 17% with 2 tests, or there was a website that increased their homepage email opt-in rate by 25% in a single test. And there's plenty of case studies out there. Those 3 examples were all clients of mine, tests that we've won in the last year that significantly improved the quality of the results their website got for them. And even though you may have heard about things like this and you understand the value and you may even want to do it, there's several reasons why the majority of businesses still are not engaging in A/B testing. And it might be that you don't feel you have enough traffic. And I understand, because if you don't have a lot of traffic, it takes a while to run a test, so you might feel like it's not worth the time and effort to get started if it's going to not provide those clear, obvious, immediate returns, especially when there's so many other things in your business that require your attention and your energy and your time. And so my analogy for this is, if you have ever seen the show The Biggest Loser, or if you know someone who either has or is currently trying to lose a lot of weight, and maybe they were to say that, well, I'm so overweight that I'm not going to exercise. I'm just going to work on my diet, and then once I lose 60 pounds, then I'll start exercising because it will be easier. And that's true. It's possible that they can reach their goal. Certainly, absolutely, they can improve their diet, lose that weight, and then start exercising, and then accelerate the results. But the most effective, the fastest way, and probably the purest way of getting to that goal is by working on both exercise and diet at the same time. And same with your business. I'm sure you have goals. I'm sure you have very clear ideas of where you want to go. And if you're only working on growing your traffic, then you're leaving half of the equation on the table and not moving it forward. And because traffic and conversion are two sides of the same coin, you need them both. And by working on one and letting the other one stay stagnant, you're really hurting the efforts and not getting the full ROI, the full effect, the full potential of all the time and energy that you're putting into one half, because you're not similarly giving some attention to the other side of it. And also, I know a lot of people say that this math and this testing nonsense doesn't apply to me and my business, because we run strictly from a place of vision and inspiration and intuition, and that I've created my site from that clarity and that knowing of who I am and what my business does and who I serve, that there's no sense in testing. And what I would say to that is, because I totally appreciate and honor and respect having that as a core part of your business, but there's so many human elements that go into the copy, the design, the layout, the structure of a website that's been built, that even if it's coming from the purest, most connected place of purpose and mission and intuition, that there are ways for it to not come out as purely in practice as it did in theory, or as it did internally, and that these things are actually obscuring your ability to be as authentic and persuasive as you possibly can. That there are ways that your website could be better, because your website's just thousands and thousands of assumptions rolled into a bunch of code, right? Like the assumption that this is the best copy, the best image, the best layout, the best design, the best structure, and that untested assumptions tend to lead to things that don't work out nearly as well as they could if it was tested and proven and verified. And having an attitude that goes in the face of beginner's mind, or openness to possibility that there's a better way, a more effective way, really goes against the laws of growth and improvement. Having persistence, your website is very persistent, very consistent, in that it shows people the same thing every time they come. Every visitor, they get to see the same layout, the same design, the same copy. Your website shows up the same way. But persistence without experimentation, without testing, without that drive to figure out how things can work better, then it can be stagnant. And you probably see that over time your website has converted at a very consistent level, because it's a system of all those things mentioned. It's a system that is designed to produce the exact result that it is producing for you right now. And without questioning or testing or working to improve that system, it is unlikely to get you better results, which I'm sure you are looking for in your business. And the last is the most valid in my opinion, is that you don't have enough time. You don't know what to test. You don't know how to test. You think that, it's definitely demotivating to think, there's all these processes and a new tool and new software I have to learn. And there's all these things that come into me having to learn or do, adding onto my plate in addition to what's already there, in order to be able to test. And so that is what I'm so excited to be shooting this video for and to offer, is that even if you don't have the technical expertise, even if you don't have the ability, there's two ways that I'm offering to work with people to help them overcome those hurdles. And one is a done-for-you service, and it's at a lower level than the full done-for-you service that costs $10,000 a month. This costs significantly less, and so we get straight to the core. The most important part of A/B testing conversion optimization is what we're doing for you, and we're leaving everything else off. But the results are still going to be great. In fact, we guarantee ROI. We guarantee at least 100% ROI within 12 months of what you pay us. And there aren't very many investments out there or service providers or consultants that are willing to guarantee an ROI, let alone a 100% ROI. And so, I mean, I believe that strongly in my team, and we've never even come close to having to invoke that guarantee clause and having to return any money or provide extra service because we failed to meet that barrier if the client is right. And the only way we'll say yes to an agreement is if it's a fit on both sides. And so there's a button below where we can schedule a call and we can talk and see if it is a good mutual fit, if we are the right people for you right now to help you grow and jump up levels and get better results from your business. And then the other way of working with people is even less expensive, but there's no done for you element. And instead, we work with you to help you get everything set up, all the software and tools integrated and working properly, so you avoid some of the pitfalls or mistakes that people make with A/B testing when they try it on their own that could end up being expensive or costly or detrimental or just a waste of time, because then they put all this time into trying to set it up, but then when they're unable to do it properly, they throw in the towel. So we want to make sure that you're up and running, and we're basically teaching you how to fish, so to speak. We're trying to implement a culture of testing and learning and optimization in your business so that you, from this day forward, are always running at least one test. You're always giving yourself that opportunity to find a better way to learn something about your visitors and your customers, to improve your results and create a better system that produces better results. So if either of those are interesting to you, please click the button below. You can schedule a call with me, and we'll talk for 30 to 60 minutes, and we'll figure out if this is something that works for both of us. So I'm really excited to talk to you. I'm excited about these new offerings. There's a ton of people out there doing amazing things to the world who have these unbelievable visions and purposes, are making huge differences in the lives of people and the world, and the opportunity to serve you and to help you do that on a bigger scale is so thrilling to me. So I'm excited to talk to you.